A equals, what do you,
How is that different from a triangular prism? What's the whole note of a triangular prism?
the,
Based on, what's the base? What's the base of a triangular prism?
a triangle,
Triangular prism, yes, this triangle right here is the base. You were correct.
area of the base.
Area of the base times the height. First you find the area, then you multiply it times the height. All right. Let's do one other quick thing. That's a terrible eraser. Good grief. 3a plus 4 equals 12.
Minus 4.
Hey, just come up here and do it. You might be able to write faster than you talk. Yeah, that'll work. Yes, 2 2/3. That's good. Seven divided by 2 is. Yes, that's right, good. Yeah, well, what can you do? You know? Well, I didn't expect anything different. Go to 6n minus 4 equals 32, and Chris and Cody, you get the next one. Here you go, sir. All right, good. Let us check lesson 5. Beginning on page 18, not page 18, page 16. Ooh, we do have to do a little bit of talking about percents. 1A, 2.25%, and 0.022, 0.8%, and 0.00625, D, 0.0225. 2 is, oh, no, 1B, 0.8 and 0.008.
Is it 0.8? I have 0.08.
0.8%. 2 is 2.3625. 3 is 0.784. 4 is $3.59. Make sure you have your signage there for dollars. And B is $27.54.
I got both of those wrong, is that 2 wrong and 1 wrong?
You said
Because it is kind of one problem.
Yes, I would count those each a point, though. You'll be fine. Quit moving. 5 is $44.16. 6 is difference over the original. 7 is 35%. 8 is 20%. 9 is 22%. All right, now on to the pre-test. 1A is 96 square feet. So feet with a little 2. B is 57.5 square centimeters. 2 is 28 square inches. B is 121.5 square centimeters. 3 is 40.5 square inches. 4 is 45 square inches. 5 is 36 cubic meters, so M with a 3. B is 63 cubic feet. 6, 1,356.48 cubic inches, and 1,256 cubic centimeters. How did we do this?
So, turns out that I'm maybe, I'm good at area and volume and I suck at percent. Could we,
I think that's what my personal conclusion was with.
I got 100 on the
Hey, but
test.
each stop stepping on each other. All right, one person at a time. Be civil, yes.
Can we just like put a lesson in the pre-test for
Yes.
Can you read on 1B?
1B is 57.5 square centimeters. Yes, I had come to the conclusion already that we suffered in percents. Somewhat. So we will attempt to better ourselves in that area. Also, we have to talk about expressions today. So between percents and expressions, we'll be all right. To percents, for a minute. Let's work a couple of them out as a class. Let's start with this one, 3.5% of 68. What is that? How do we find that? Nobody knows. You take a while, yes. Use a calculator. Say what?
0.035.
0.035.
You change it to 3.5.
Yeah, explain what you're doing. So first things first,
Second one.
we can't just multiply a bare percent, obviously, right? So that means we have to convert our percent to a decimal that we can work with, that we can multiply and divide by. So we go 3.5% equals what?
3.5%.
Equals 3.5%, yes.
And
And then we're
to decimal, move it twice to the left.
Right.
0.0.
You move it
0.035.
0.035. So this is the decimal equivalent, they call it.
And go that times 68.
Right, so 3.5% is 0.035, 0.035, so multiply that times 68, so you get 68 times 0.035. What can I do? Yes,
Oh,
I know, you open your mouth, did you come up? Isn't that offensive? Now nobody's gonna want to talk, now I'll have to pick you anyway. If you don't open your mouth, then you have to come up as well. cruel dictator at the board. So, what is 3.5% to 68?
2.380. I don't know if that's right.
Not 380, 2.38
Yeah.
works. 2.38, yes. That is the answer you're looking for. It's simple math once you get to it. All right, now here's when it gets complicated, and this is where a lot of you missed steps in general. Is when you have an increase, hang on, let me look at my book so I get one that works. An increase from, no, hang on, ooh, mark on my sheet. Yes. An original price of $34.95 with a 15% increase. So it started out at $34.95 with a 15% price increase. How do we go about doing this one? Richard just sits there with his hands up.
You go $34.95 times.
All right, let's walk through it one step at a time.
Don't you go $34.95 minus 15? Or no?
No, that's a different situation.
Do you make 15 into decimal?
You do have to turn 15 into a decimal.
So you move it twice to the left.
Right, so it'd be 0.15. All right. All right, now,
Times that by $34.95.
yes.
It's really that simple.
Well, close. So here's the thing. Yes. So $34.95 times 15% is what? Cody, can you go here, please? $5.24. All right. Now, is that higher or lower than $34.95?
It's lower, so you have to add that.
Right. So the thing is, we have a 15% increase. That means we actually have to add this $5.24 onto this. So then we go, because of this word right here, because we have an increase of 15%, we go $34.95 plus this number right here, which is 15% of $34.95. There's another way to do this. Yes.
Couldn't you just solve that problem about adding it on by just adding the 1 in front of the?
That's exactly what I was going to say. Yes. It does the same thing. Multiply it by 115%. Yes.
But then,
That tends to complicate things when you're thinking through it the first time.
well,
But that is one way to do that.
that
So-
amount of increase. So you have to do it both. Three. It says the amount of increase. I'll make you figure that out in this thing.
Right, so if you found the amount of increase, which is $5.24, that's how much it increased. And then you have to add it to your 34.95. And what Richard said is correct. You could just multiply. When you have an increase of 15%, that means the total price is going to be, first of all, 100%, because that's what, so, for the 495 is 100% of the price, plus 15%. So you can just multiply by 115%, and you come out with the same thing. However, if that confuses you, don't do it. You can do that later on in life. That's fine, once you come up with the right number. All right, there's one other thing. And then I will give you each a problem to work on your own paper, and we'll check them across each other. And then we'll go on to the new one. And you can use it. Yeah, use a calculator for this. An increase from $2.49 to $2.99 is an increase of what percent? How do we figure that out?
Don't you take the bigger number and minus it by the smaller one?
First things first, yes. So we're trying to find out what percent it increased, right? So first things first, we go 299 minus 249, which is, should be able to do that in your heads. Please do that in your heads. 50 cents, yes. So it went up, the price went up 50 cents. So now what?
So 50 cents times, or 71% proportion of 50 over 2.99.
Well, see, you have to start out with the original. So this is 50 cents is what percent of $2.49? So is over of equals percent over 100.
So you're gonna go
50%.
50%.
The original number is the one you have to use. You can't use the one that it wound up as.
So you're gonna go 50 cents over $2.49.
So 0.5 over 2.49
And then you're gonna have
equals
and
percent, because that's what we're looking for, or n, whatever,
then 100.
over 100. All right. How do you sort through that percent proportion? Leah, any clues?
I thought it was really big number.
It's actually probably pretty small. It just has a lot of area. Number. Oh, it is a big number. 2008, that's not right.
That's 0.32.
Is it 20%?
It is 20%.
That's what I thought, but I had like a whole bunch of.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a long repeating number.
But it doesn't round it up, so.
That doesn't matter, we're rounding it to the nearest percent in this case.
So I went,
20%.
does it change when you're decreasing?
You still have to use the original number. You have to find out, so is the amount that it decreases, and of is your original number. This one right here. 0, it's always the amount that it decreases over your original number. And yeah. All right, so here's the one that I want you to do without my help. Yes. And it's gonna be an increase again, which, whatever. But it's an original price of $5.99 with an increase of 30%. Go.
happens if I come out with a really tiny number?
So you have to add it to your 599, right? So remember here, we're increasing, so we have to find the percent, the amount of the increase, and add it to your original number.
I know that.
We're supposed to do that next one.
That one, yeah, we're gonna do that one next. You can do that one right away if you wish. So I'm probably just confusing you here because what I'm doing is I'm throwing two different things at you. This is a different problem than this. This one and this one you work the same way. This one you work like the first one you worked. So, but we want to know what the total price is here after we increase it by 30%. You have it then?
It came out to 0.001,
Why did you do that?
and then I switched them around.
Okay, so I think 5,000. Oh, right. So here's the problem. You're missing a decimal point, it's 50 cents, 0.50. That'll change it for you.
Are these problems basically the same?
Well, then, same.
Like,
Yeah, you do have to work them
I know,
a
but
little bit backwards from each other.
30%, doesn't that come up to 6.49?
It should, I think. Nope, not quite. Nope, not even. All right. Everybody done with this one? All right, so 599, we increase it by 30%. So that's just 5.99. Oh boy. Can't do my easy way. With an increase of 30%, so 30 over 100. So we have to find the percentage or the amount of the increase and then add it to the original. Or you can just go times 1.3. So the way we're gonna check this is we're gonna go 599 times 1.3. Can somebody do that? $7.79. Right. So what the deal is, yeah. How do you do, Richard?
Came out with $6.01, so.
How did you come up with that?
No, I came up with that the other time.
How did you come up with that the other time?
I didn't feel, all I did is I went 5.99 times 30%. I didn't.
So you went times 0.3,
Yeah,
and then did you add it back?
it goes up.
If you multiply it by 0.3, you should get like $1. Well, I guess $1.80.
Okay, something.
And then once you add.
I did get
$5.99,
$1.80.
Then you should, then once you added it to to 599, then you should have 780.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I'm not sure how you came up with that.
I did something.
All right,
I came out with like 2 cents or something.
how you came up with that? Well, except no, 1.8. You had too many decimal points, and you moved the decimal place too far. Because $1.80. Because 1.8 would round to 2 cents. If you had too many decimal points. All right. How about a decrease from 649 to 599? How would you figure that out?
So you take the bigger number minus small number.
Right.
And put that number as is over 6.49 to $6.49.
Right. So then now you have what? So you subtract 599 and 649. What's our difference?
50 cents.
50 cents. Right. So then you said 50 cents divided by 6.49. Right.
It's over it, yeah.
0.50 or 50 cents over 6.49 equals
8%.
equals percent over 100, which is, yes. Do the math, you come up with 8%. Did everybody else come up with 8%?
No.
What did you come up with?
I came up with 900 and
All right, let's run it again.
something percent.
So remember, you multiply this direction and you divide this direction. Run on your calculators, 0.5 times 100 divided by.
Right?
Yeah, I know what I did wrong this time.
Do it, write it out.
I did it and it came, and I got
Okay,
3%.
so 0.5 times 100, you just move the decimal point 2 places.
It'd be 50.
Mhm. So you get 50 divided by 6.49. What's that? Fifty divided by 6.49?
Yeah.
It's up to 8%, correct?
It's 7.6.
7.7 to 8.
I got 3% first.
I came out with 7.704.
Right, and you would round that to 8%.
I got it right, wow.
All right, I hope to work with you a little more. We have to get moving to expressions, which expressions are not hard. You know, basically, just simplifying some expressions. So we'll just, you can turn with me to the practice set from lesson 7. We'll do a few of them. 3 times 6n. How would we simplify that?
What is it, 3 times 6?
3 times 6.
18.
18n. Yes, that's what we're looking for. And 10y times 6, Leah.
61.
60y. 8 times 2n, Richard.
16n.
16n, yes. Anyway, all right, so we'll just do the first row here. So A,
21.
the first one is 21h. Leah, what's B?
63x.
63x. Chris, what is C?
72s.
And D? Richard?
30c.
30c, yes. So we're going to talk about order of operations a little bit on page 25. First is parentheses. Simplify things inside parentheses. So if you have 4 plus 5 inside parentheses, you do that first before you do any multiplication outside of it. Like this, for example. If you have 4, 5 plus 4, rather than multiplying, you go 9 times 4 is how you would, that's how you would simplify. So parentheses are always first. You do exponents or square roots. Second, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. Oh. Remember the acronym?
Excuse my ignorance.
Alright, what is, well, let's just do this, what is 12 with an exponent of 0? 1. What about 14 with an exponent of 0?
1.
Insane. So what you're telling me is that anything that has an exponent of 0 equals 1?
Like 0.
What about it has an exponent of, exponent of 1?
14.
Yeah,
14.
14 in this case. Perfect. Oh, negative exponents. Ten with an exponent of negative 3.
It's
0.001.
We're gonna write it as fraction.
so
Equals
1 over.
3.
I can't remember how many.
3.
It's not coming back.
Oh, no.
I don't remember that.
Try this one. Try 7 with an exponent of 3.
It's 1 over 20.
1 over 21.
But you didn't write it.
Negative, my bad. Meant to. Whoops. But yeah, you just multiply it and then you put 1 on top and put that number on the bottom. So like in this case, 6 with an exponent of negative 3 would equal 1 over 18. Didn't get to you. Not bad. All right, and negative powers of 10 is decimals. Zero point 0001 equals.
Are you gonna add fraction to the negative 4th power?
The negative 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, do your pretest, please.
What one is it?
The lesson 6 pretest.
That's all?
23.
Yes. Pages 23 and 24. And do the, you didn't do, oh,
You didn't practice it.
yeah. Do a practice set if we get done in a board.
What practice that?
The lesson 7 practice set, I think is what we were doing.
Plus.
Isn't that how we're doing that, or we're just doing lesson
Maybe.
6? Just finish lesson 6, huh? I thought maybe we usually done, I thought.
Maybe that's what you got to do, but it's not.
Oh.
I'm not going to listen to it.
Okay, finish lesson 6 off, and your lesson 7.
We did 2 lessons today,
No.
We're in lesson 6. the
We're doing lesson 6, the pretest.
and then
What I want to do, I'm gonna try to get some papers together for the percents at some point here. But first I have to be on.
so we're doing practice set
Do-
of
Do the pretest first.
lesson 6, and then we're doing the practice set of lesson 6. Or we skipping practice set?
Well, there was a little bit of variation on how people were doing it, and I didn't particularly care under this circumstance.
So we can do pre-check.
I want you to finish lesson 6 before you said, lesson 7 at all today. Just get it cleaned up.
And then we're
Do
supposed
all
to
of
start on
And then I would
practice
like
set.
Right, I'm gonna try to print out some practice stuff for the percents, because that's obviously what we're struggling on. So I'll make sure. Mhm, right, but your grade isn't showing from yesterday, so we're gonna try to sort through that. All right,
Well, I can get it in my head, I don't know.
well, I know, but see, that's what we're doing, is trying to get it in your head so that it helps you later on. All right. Algebra. Late as we are, here we are. You read the lesson? Oh, no.
I did read it.
You did it anyway?
Yeah,
Who needs to be reading about that?
I looked at how they did it.
Oh, you looked at how they did it? All right. Well, how did they do it? Maybe you can explain it to me.
You go out and do it,
Say again?
but I don't know how to explain things.
Well, that's how you learn, by explaining things. Yes. So seventh grade did some of this, or eighth grade did some of this stuff already. And obviously you guys hopefully have been doing, did some of the lesson work. So if we have 4 plus positive 4.
8.
Simple. Crazy cool. We gotta start out somewhere. All right, so how about if we go 4 plus negative 4? Oopsie. My parentheses is in the wrong spot. What is our 0? Alright. I glanced at it. So here we go. All right. So basically, the rules for adding numbers are like that, and this is why we learned absolute values, is if numbers have the same signs and we're adding them, you use their absolute values, right? So if you have negative 4 plus negative 8, you use the absolute values and then use the signs that they both have, because these signs are in this case. All right, so negative 4 plus negative 8 would be, you add the absolute values, so 4 plus 8 is 12, and then you use the sign that they both have, which is negative 12. All right, same as 4 plus 8, they're positive, and understood positive equals 12, because that's our absolute value, that's the distance from 0. However, if they are different, then you find the differences of the absolute values. So, for example, rather than adding, so yeah, if they're the same, you add absolutes. If they're different, like negative 4 plus 8, what we do is we find the difference between the values. And then use the sign of the largest number. Right. So in this case, it would be 4, right? Because you go 8. The difference between 8 and 4 is 4. And the value of the highest value number is obviously 8, which is a positive. All right, so we're going to do a bigger one, a more fun one. We go 16 plus negative 42 equals. Negative 26. How'd you come up with that?
I can subtract 16 from 23.
Yes. And then,
Add the negative sign, because 42.
right, so the difference obviously is subtracting. So you just find the difference between, because the numbers are different, it's negative and positive. Because the numbers are different, or you can subtract to find the difference between them, and then you use the largest number, the positive or negative. Obviously, then when you have more than one number, you get more complications, but it's actually not that big of a deal. You go like, -4 plus 3 minus, or plus -6, plus -10. Basically, you just start in the front and just group them together and, keep simplifying. So let's go like this. We can actually set these up in two groups if we wish. Simplify the first group. -4 plus 3, here's -1. And we just pull down this. And what do we got here? -16. And then we just simplify them further and we get -17. Well, that's a hard one. Good job. Yes. It's just a simple method. It's the same as any other math. The thing is, so often the best route to go, because there's a trial condition, what is it? Doesn't matter which order you do things in. What do you call it properly? Commutative, doesn't matter which order. And it also doesn't matter which order you group things in. But sometimes, when you wind up with bigger numbers, it might help to organize things if you put all your negatives in one spot and all your positives in the other. So say, for example, you have a -4 plus 3 plus -10 plus 6. If you put all your positives, if you lump all your positives over here, so you get 3 plus 6 plus -4 plus -10, you can even do this in your head. Lump them together to make them easier to compute one way or the other. But there again, because of the commutative and the associative property of addition, it does not matter which order it goes. That's just one way to possibly simplify it to make it work faster for you. Are there any questions? Any questions on the quiz from yesterday? Any real struggles with that?
Question 12. So, I have 16 over 21, I just put it like
Apparently. Yes, if you reduce things down and your number is still correct, I will not count it wrong. But unless it specifically asks to have reduced, apparently they don't want them reduced. So I'm not gonna force it, Yeah, the answer key has the other answer, but if you reduce them down, I'm definitely not gonna count them wrong. Perfect. How are we doing on adding and subtracting fractions? We're struggling or no?
Oh, yeah, I don't know how to do that. I mean, I do know how to do them once I do like 3 of them.
Okay. Let's just run over it one more time. Doesn't hurt to run over things. Unless, of course, you roadkill or something randomly, you were laying the road. All right. So 3/8 plus 1/5. First things first. Lowest common denominator is what?
40.
No, it's actually lower than that.
It is?
Yeah.
32.
No, I was wrong.
40.
I lied, sorry. Yeah, it is 40. I don't know, I was thinking it was, never mind what I was thinking. I was wrong. All right, so 40 is the lowest. And that means,
15.
yes, 15 on that one, and then plus. I did not have enough about this one, I can't even write things. All right, say again.
8.
8. All right.
22. 40.
Yes. You said what again? Was it 22 or 23?
23.
Yeah. Okay. I just randomly was like, I think it's your condition is 22. And then it was probably out of condition. All right, and there again, that obviously doesn't get reduced. So we're going to subtract. Let's go 3/8 minus 1/5. Because then we can use the same. Over 40. The number. 7/40.
You did that addition.
Fixed. All right. Multiplication. And division. No, not division yet. Do we talk about division? Oh, that's it. Division is fine. Two-thirds times 3/8. 24 at the bottom. 3 times 8, 24. 6/24. Now, if we were to reduce that to lowest term, what would it come with? 1/4. Yes. Now, the thing about, so if you divide fractions, you wind up with bigger numbers as results. That's why dividing fractions is fun, because you never know where you wind up.
Hey, was lesson 7 optional, or are you actually supposed to do it?
I'm gonna see if I can get a practice page here for percents. Yes, I can.
Hey, are we supposed to do lesson 7?
I will rather you do this. Work on something else for a minute. We will get some of that later on. Computer mechanic is here. Printer mechanic. morning. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Staring at me.
I was thinking about.
I'm thinking about coffee.
Huh?
Coffee for me. Yeah, so you could work on Bible as well today. On the list, I think it's lesson 3. This is lesson 4. Did you do lesson 3? You didn't do lesson 3. Yes.
Are we doing lunch today?
No, today is typing. Not quite sure how that wound up in my desk drawer, but here we go. The starter pistol. Don't worry, it's blocked off. It shoots blanks for starting races or something. I picked it up at an auction. Randomly. Not quite sure why I did, but I had it. Now it's in my
Is this
desk.
a gun auction?
It's a starter pistol. It's not an actual gun.
Got any blanks for it?
It's loud as hell.
Caliber is it?
22.
Oh,
An actual 22 caliber bullet will not fit in it, and you wouldn't want to shoot it if it did, because the barrel is completely solid.
you should get some.
Maybe like a field day or something. Be a decent starter pistol. Yeah. They try to make them look less scary now than they used to, apparently. But
And looks pretty good.
right, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is kind of an old one, so it looks fairly realistic, but they just capped it off so that you can't hurt anybody with it or some silly business like that. And even if
Can
you,
that
even-
cap out,
No.
or is it long?
no, it's solid. The whole barrel is solid. This is just a piece of shaft.
Then why does it have that orange?
Just to show, like, if basically the deal is,
Is it like a toy gun to just show that kind
right, yeah. Basically, so that if a policeman sees you with it, he'll be like, "Oh, it's got an orange thing on it," and then he won't shoot you.
of? Sort of.
That's the plan.
But if you start blazing.
I would not recommend pointing this at anybody, just for multiple reasons. One is just a bad habit to point guns at people, and the other one is you never know. You never know who might get interested, and well, maybe you get to see what the inside of a tail looks like. You never know. Experiments. It's not a good experiment. Actually, did buy a real gun at that auction.
Was that an old one?
Yeah, it was just no, two other guns from that auction. I can't remember. There was an old single shot shotgun and a 22 for 122 for sure. I might have bought 2 22s. I did. I bought 2 other 22s and a shotgun. And that, which I don't know why I bought that yet. Still have never used it. But now I get the chance. Lisa.
I'm gonna make this at 24 over 24.
Let me,
The quarter of
24 over 24 would reduce to,
what?
yes.
That has a, it's
Just-
a mixed number.
Oh, yeah, then just add it to the other one. Yep. I wish they would just stick with a standard on that, but. That was why they were counted wrong in the first place, is because they just weren't completed. All right, it's time for the first break. Leah. Yeah, it's time for first break. What are we gonna play, Leah? Volleyball? So how does the system work? Who gets what when?
You get it today.
We get it today? It's ours?
First and last.
Okay. That makes sense.
The numbers at 10 we extract a quotient of integers.
The quotient of integers.
Yeah.
So if any, that a quotient is also another word for fraction,
Oh, rational.
rational numbers, yes.
Are we doing the extra practice today?
Probably, yeah, I would say today, let's do the extra practice.
Yeah.
Seems like,
What are we doing?
so,
Extra practice. But it's all like that.
volleyball, somebody took it before class.
This is actually a shorter lesson.
Yeah, everything is, it's
But
pretty,
I'm still at
So-
number 20.
yeah, the thing is, the longer, the more problems I throw at you, the higher your grades tend to be.
Well, the thing is I honestly use add and subtract the next numbers. I just struggle through them every single day.
Hey, I really ever got practice. This is making a little bit more sense.
Is it? Good. Adding and subtracting the mixed numbers is, yeah, that's, there's no way to do it fast. You can't even do it fast on a calculator.
I'll take a figure out.
I got it. I'll be out there in a second.
Oh, yeah, typing right now. Oh, good. I love typing. You can just.
It's such a special period.
Typing.
Typing. How old is that? I just sit there and click. Honestly though, it's so not hard.
It's not hard.
Typing is one of those things.
There's absolutely no way you can overthink it. We just get it.
Oh dear. Excuse me. That's,
There were never
yes, sir.
What's chorus on the schedule?
We'll get to that when the time comes. Easier to explain it then.
Are we doing it together?
Yes, we are. And you can use a calculator for this. It's more about the system than the math itself, I'm thinking. All right, let's try to have language class on time for a change. Take 5 minutes.
Then it is a little less than you just said.
You stuff they can declare that.
That'd be a little less than that, right? Yeah. It looks like it'd be like an environment.
It is.
Hey.
What are they supposed to say? The disciples are supposed to keep the message simple and say. What are they supposed to say after that?
It says, look,
I know that, but I forget. When was in the first lesson?
Try again.
What?
Okay.
Whatever.
No. Oh. Ber.
Where is it? Retrograde.
that's $20. Somebody or business.
Go for it, how fast can you type?
I'm pretty slow.
Oh, very.
I tried it once, we had our computer, had it on the computer, and I tried it once, and I just looked at the letters and typed them really fast.
Oh, shoot. I'm supposed to capitalize that one.
You should just type a bunch on
I
there.
just trusted it, I just don't.
Hopefully you're not trying to.
It's like, where can you find number 29 at? I don't get it.
I'm not sure yet.
Where can you find it at? I keep forgetting that.
What is it?
It's how we wrote, we're supposed to keep the message simple and say.
Oh,
Do you know that?
Read it slower. Try. I did that right. Oh, man, I had a 96% accuracy.
you gotta read it.
I didn't pass it. I passed it before.
Where's it
Oh,
at?
Just
Three where?
3.
Lesson 3?
Go
Yeah,
faster
no.
than one say.
No, number 3.
Which lesson?
2.
Part 2. Thank you.
Thereabouts.
I'm not 32 words per minute.
Not bad. Works in a pinch.
I can only
I
type
can, I can,
200 letters a minute.
I can
You
practice.
just can't make it into words.
How many did you get? 32 per minute. Yeah, I just did the same one twice, so I know.
Let's see, how many do you have to do?
I don't know.
I like none. I got 96% accuracy.
We're going full accuracy here. You
Yeah.
can tell by the way that it is.
I got 100%.
That's what we did the last year.
All right.
Do we have a spelling quiz?
We do have a spelling quiz as well. That'll happen. It'll start about 10 minutes
how
before
will
lunchtime.
Will you put that grade or?
Separate grade. 2 grades. I know. Isn't it awesome? All right, it's class time now. Keep that in mind while we are conversing. Over there, Richard mostly, sounds like. I said it is class time, if you keep that in mind while we are Yeah. Down this road. All right, what does an action verb do? Yes?
What's this thing? What's wrong with it?
How do you spell tomorrow?
Those are quotation.
Yes, but how do you spell tomorrow? Point. You missed the letter, unfortunately for you. All right. What does an action verb do?
Shows
What does being verb do?
being.
Yeah, shows existence or whatever. Shows existence is what it looks like. What does a linking verb do?
That
Links
links
the-
predicate adjective or predicate noun to I mean, such.
All right, so give me an example.
Cody is cool.
Okay. That is not what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Nope, that's a being verb. I think, right? No,
No, yeah. Cool is.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
you're right. I'm sorry. Sorry, I blew up. Yes, what's the predicate? So cool in that case would be a predicate adjective because it's describing something. All right, let us check lesson. Number 1.
Nothing.
Okay, simple curiosity, what are you doing exactly? Okay, did you miss something in the instructions? Number 1, and each mark here is going to be worth 1 point. So if you get the predicate nominative wrong, it's 1 point. Or the subject, the verb, or the predicate nominative, predicate adjective. If you circle the wrong thing, those are all 1 point. All right, number 1, PN, predicate nominative. Alicia is your subject, was is your verb, and winner is the predicate nominative. 2, predicate nominative. Beijing is your subject, is your verb, capital, and city. We did some of these, I think we did these in class to some extent. Congratulations, free gift from your teacher. 3, predicate adjective. God is your subject, is your verb, and omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent are your predicate adjectives. 4, predicate adjective. Peanuts is your subject, tasted is your verb, and rancid is your predicate adjective. 5, predicate adjective. Today is your subject, seemed is your verb, long and very are predicate adjectives. 6 is predicate nominative. Catchphrase is your subject, is a verb, and game is predicate nominative. We did 7 and 9 in class, I think. 8, the peanuts tasted rancid. Peanuts and tasted are your verbs, obviously. Rancid is on line after tasted with a line pointing back for peanuts. And the is underneath peanuts as an adjective. Number 10, God is your subject and is your verb. And then you have little cowboy situation over here. Bow-legged. Make sure you have that guy in there. And so God is all-knowing and all-powerful. And goes here. So all-knowing and all-powerful are single words, I would say. All is not a describing word. Can't separate it. 11, abstract. Unless you panic really well, panic is an abstract. 12 is abstract. 13 is concrete, and 14 is abstract. 15, I will go through and I will just say the words that need to be underlined, so if you could follow along. Age, 12, Thomas Edison, candy, newspapers, Grand Trunk Railway. Day, station, group, bulletin board, my bad, that's one, it's compound. News, Civil War. Idea, mind, telegrapher, message, Battle of Shiloh. Stations, route. News, bulletin boards. Stack, newspapers, candy, sandwiches, fruit. Stop, mass, people, newspapers. Weigh, crowds, papers, Edison, prices. Time, end, line, pockets, money, businessmen.
What's yours? How much do you mark them on for?
Why don't you do a quarter point per? So if you have, if you have 3 rounded up to a whole point, if you have 1 rounded down to nothing.
So,
73 is the point.
Every 4 is a point.
4.
Every 4 is a point, but 3 you round it up. So that's 3/4 of a point, so you round it up to a whole point.
Is he wrong? And who?
Where?
There's some just in there.
No, time he reached the end of the line. Well, you ugly things. Yeah, if you have that one, if you have a he underlined, and he had become a successful businessman, yeah. Why they leave those out, I don't know, because they're nouns. It's just a different type of noun. So, if you have a he underlined, that's fine.
I have Detroit and Station both of them.
Right, they have to, oh, that way, as if it was a compound noun. Well, so what should have given away for you is the fact that station is not capitalized. If it was Detroit Station, the compound noun, both of them would have been capitalized. Same as you see Battle of Shiloh, that's a whole noun, both of them are capitalized, let's talk about a single event. And Grand Trunk Railway, I mean. So I would count that one wrong, quarter point. Any other questions?
You didn't railroad it down.
Grand Trunk Railway,
No.
or where?
The railroad. Telegraph.
See, that's describing telegrapher. So in this case, it is an adjective. All right, 16. Give me a collective group. And how about a compound noun, Christopher?
And businessman, I'm not sure if it's right.
Actually, sure. That's actually listed. Barely a compound noun, but it's close. Grand Trunk Railway, Civil War, Battle of Shiloh, Thomas Edison, those are all compound nouns. Collective nouns, group, mass, crowd, there's, whatever. 17, bright and inquisitive and little and formal need to be circled, and had needs to be underlined. 18, the laughed is underlined. His disheveled, tousled, soiled, baggy, and acid stained need to be circled. Late and already are underlined. 20 is quickly and very and tightly. And then not and up. 21 is aboard. 22. How would you correct that sentence, Cody?
Cross out nothing and write anything.
Right, there wasn't anything else. Or we could say there was nothing else. As long as you get rid of the wasn't nothing else. Another. 23. Leah, help me correct that.
Cross out could, and I used to be,
Right, used to be able to. 24, Christopher, help me correct that.
What had between he and the,
Right, thought he had better. An exclamatory sentence, Richard.
snake,
What's the subject? What's the verb?
Snake.
I need a sentence.
No, but it's just like if you said no, that's like a sentence, so.
Kind of, it's actually different than that, because what no is, generally speaking, is the imperative sentence, which means you know. I mean, whatever, gives a subject of you. But you snake, you what? Or, you know, if you would say you don't is a, for example, is a sentence, but it stands for you do not. You don't do that, or whatever. There's some understood things. Snake possibly means you look at the snake, but,
That means what, there's a snake, run for your life.
yeah, I want you to improve on that one. Very dramatic, but I need some improvements. Cody, what do you have?
For 25.
Yes.
Wow, look at the time.
Wow, look at the time. That'll work. 26, Leah?
it is hot.
Yeah, Leah for 26, Chris?
They were having one that's fascinating. Whatever. Yeah.
Yep, that's about as declarative as it's gonna get. 27. With Thomas Edison. Inquisitive and creative. And became inventor, a famous. 28. We have he worked. So he worked hard, very. Why do we have it like that?
As very is described, or
Very is describing hard. It's asking the question how hard, or answering the question how hard. Which questions do Edwards answer?
how many Americans.
Which questions do Edwards, adjectives answer?
What one, how many years?
Which one? Which one? I don't know.
Which one?
All right. What is, what are our being verbs?
I love we're doing it.
Yes.
Why does it say spelling the hodgepodge?
Basically, what a hodgepodge is just well, a hodgepodge is a mix-up of things. Just kind of a gumbo. Like, you know, you have a gumbo soup or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. So, 41 divided, so that's 10 points. 10, 11.
So that's snake.
No, each point is worth 1 percentage point. Just make it simple.
Do I mark that snake thing on?
Yeah, mark there. Actually, yeah. I'd like to see something a little different maybe too. If you could
Yeah.
just throw something down in there. Right, you already wrote something different.
So one wrong is 99.
Precisely, 1 wrong is 99. 2 wrong is 98. 3 wrong is 97. Backwards. All right, let's do brief spelling word practice. How about 4? All 4. All right, Christopher. Enthusiastic. Richard, chaperone. Richard needs a chaperone. Leah, grandeur, and Cody, do exquisite. Did you enthusiastic? I didn't see it. Oh, there we go. It's blending into my quote. Enthusiastic was put on there. Every morning, I tell you what, get those things on. Christopher, phenomenon, and Richard, vestige, and Leah, curiosity, and Cody, parentheses. Oh, you spelled exquisite wrong. Close to a cigar. You got all the right letters. But moving on, do parentheses first.
I forgot.
Phenomenon. You read that for me, banana?
No.
You ready? Oh, then I'll go.
Thought I read the spelling bee here to the top when I started spelling it. I just wanted to stop.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I just forgot.
So curiosity is correct, vestige is correct. Grandeur. Yes, enthusiastic phenomenon.
Is that right?
Christopher, you chagrin, you do tangible, you do impromptu, you do caricature after you're done
Is that right?
fixing exquisite.
I'm not sure how to fix it.
Exquisite,
No, that's right.
exquisite, do that,
So you just take one.
you know. IT, exquisite, you need something to make the S sound after
Is
the
that
S.
on the right?
Exquisite,
So, we need it.
S-I-T,
Yes. What was this supposed to be?
impromptu, no, not impromptu, caricature. Tangible, yes, yes, impromptu, no.
Good now.
Cody, you do dilapidated, Leah, you do persuade, you do lieutenant, and you do cordial, I guess. Too short. Need more long words.
You're right.
But you did it wrong anyway. Oh, cordial, cordial, D-I-A-L.
I have the D up there.
Okay, cordial. Yes.
So,
So remember that when you're doing your spelling test, each one of these, why don't you just rewrite that in a way that we can read it? That would be good. When you're doing a spelling test, each one of these is worth, yeah, he doesn't know which spelling. Put all of them in there, kind of like lieutenant. For example, lieutenant has all the vowels, A-E-I-O-U, or I-E-U-A-O, or whatever. Which ones actually belong there? There you go, lieutenant. Good. So each of these are worth 5 points. Spelling test, so if 1 wrong is a 95, if 2 wrong is an 80. If 4 wrong is 80. 6 wrong is 70. Don't be 6 wrong. Are you guys ready for your?
I'm gonna get 6.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Well, if you get 6 wrong, then I will. No, not half, I'll do it. Remember your name and dates. Hold that. Thank you very much. The date is up on top, September 14th, 2021. All right. Ladies. What is a concrete noun? Great. Something you can touch, feel, or throw at somebody. Concrete. And what about abstract? Rage. Unless you're referring to the game that I've seen an ad for. Rage, Shadowlands. No, that's concrete, I guess. Proper. A specific person, place, thing, or idea. Collective. Referring to one group of people. So like a congregation would be if you're referring to a large group of people, or class, or yeah, something like that. Congress, or referring to like a group of animals, herd. Like a herd of animals, a flock of geese, gaggle of geese, flock of chickens, murder of crows. Okay. What fun. All right, let's firstly check lesson 4.
Did you finish checking lesson 3?
Huh?
Did you finish checking lesson 3?
Well, I think so. Alright. We will try to rip through this, or rush through it. Word you deem necessary. 1 is B, 2 is A, 3 is B, 4 is A. 5, say again, 4 is A? Right, yes, so the car did not pull in on its own accord, we pulled in. Is the deal. 5,
We did the in class. Yeah.
we did 1 through 3 in class, 4 we did not do. Oh, did we?
Yeah, we did 1 through 8.
I thought we only did 1 through 3 on the top ones, but no, it is supposed to be we pulled in. So whatever, we don't want that one wrong, we did in class. I thought we only did 1 through 3.
That makes it sound like we were driving.
Well, we are. We're driving the car. No, I think it is definitely, I had it marked down in A, so I sure thought, I think I would have said that, but, been wrong before, probably twice. Or 3 times. 7, possibly. You never know. Alright, number 9. Yeah, if I said that in class, which it's a decent possibility, just change it, don't mark it wrong. That's me being generous. Alright, then 4. I'll just tell you the examples, I will check yours and the main, because we are cramped for time already. Say what?
We did write it down.
Oh, that's right, we didn't. You have 4 free points. I tell you, I should write some of this stuff down rather than try to remember it. This is my bad. All right, 9. Common, count, concrete, and plural. 10 is common, non-count, concrete, and singular. And 11 is proper, non-count, concrete, and singular.
Number 10 was concrete.
Yes,
Human is concrete.
yes,
You can't touch me.
yes.
Yes, if you're.
You can't feel it.
Well, it's not an idea either. It's an action, it's a matter.
What was 11?
11 is proper, non-count, concrete, and singular. Yes, helium is a concrete thing, because it is actual matter, it is an element. Find it. Yeah, I understand why you would think it's not, but it is. All right, well, Oh dear. Alright. Subject is Titus. Titus awoke, and mother goes like this. Mother by over here. His mother tapping. Because this is a, what do you call this thing? A participle, yes. Tapping, it's a verb used as an adjective. Normally you would say, tap on. Tap on the table. But because it's describing Titus, it's a participle. Tapping cautiously on the door, prepositional phrase. And the deer, the deer jumped fence over here. The deer, obviously. And here we have another, what is that word? Participle. Showing tail, because that's receiving some action. Showing tail. And then it's what?
I can do that, so I'll be wrong.
Say again?
I didn't do the tomorrow, I'll be wrong.
Count one wrong. I'll count those 3 points apiece.
One wrong,
Say again?
one wrong.
One wrong. All right, I'm going to first go through and say which ones get circled, and then go through and say which ones get underlined. All right, so circle is hundreds, Protestants, 1500s, England, stake, hands, Christians, backs, God, accounts, box, Book of Martyrs. Underline, oh, we do this in class as well, I can't remember. Underline is faithful without the, there, these, faithful, there, and various.
I had they circled.
I did too, so I skipped one.
Where?
After they and one they.
That
Here's it.
What are we supposed to do instead of that?
they were
You?
picking. It makes sense. If you have they circled, you guys are awesome. Because it is a noun, it's just a pronoun. And why they do not count nouns as pronouns, I will not understand, but it is a noun. It's just a different type of noun.
Which one there?
So if you have they circled, that's fine. If you do not have a circle, do not count it wrong because I don't care. But yes, they is a noun. That annoys me. All right, 15. Underline should be either and or. 16, neither and nor. 17, both and. 18,
I skipped it.
oops.
Just circle the church group.
Yes. You'll want to do that.
Yeah, I'm done.
You're done now? Okay. 18, everyone's underlined is a circle. 19, several's underlined are a circle. 20, someone is underlined is a circle. 21, most is underlined are a circle. Give me your example. Christie.
William Tyndale was brave enough and smart enough to take Heaven's Bible, translate it to English or something Bible.
Good.
The original is in joint order, both published order, between the signs you can.
Yeah.
But to like using,
That's fine, theirs isn't either.
it says church authorities that cover body word because they were unable to translate the Bible to English. William Tyndale, so to be the translation.
Yeah.
You know what, I didn't realize that there were two different people in that thing.
Well, yeah, so here's the deal is, and I would have missed this as well. They said they want a topic sentence to introduce the paragraph rather than rewriting the whole paragraph as one sentence. You all did extremely well at what you did there, and you can just have that point. As early Bible translators were often persecuted by the Catholic Church. That's what they have. Because they just wrote topic sentences. So keep your eye out for that. You might be away with less. 23, circle the participle. What's the participle? Trying.
And so,
What is the participial phrase? Christie,
Trying to do my best.
right? What is it describing? Right. Is there any more in that sentence? Yes?
so
Sewing is also a participle, and it is describing job, precisely. 24. Say what?
That's good.
Yeah, so that's, there again, half a point for the circle, half a point for the arrow, so.
just what if I have two of them?
What?
Just what if I have two of them? Before we get there.
24 has one.
Yeah.
Which is, there's,
Taking,
taking is the participle, what's the phrase?
taking
Describing,
the,
yes. All right, 25 is begotten to son. 26, refusing to recant is your phrase, refusing is your circle, and an arrow to martyrs. 27 is A, 28 is B, 29 is B, 30 is whom, 31 is who. Say the owl.
I missed wait, okay, now.
28, 29 you missed,
No, I have an answer, but I didn't hear that.
D and B.
What was number 31?
30 was whom, and 31 is who. All right, questions, comments, problems, struggles?
12
It was just one wrong.
Say what?
Sometimes
12 wrong.
12 wrong.
It was just one wrong, sometimes, or one and a half.
Seven. All right, let me do numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 30, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 2, 3, 4, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5. All right. All right, 65, 1 is 98, 2, actually, I'll go through that. You said 12? 82,
2,
97.
I have 2.
Perfect.
Just 10 for the years.
I got them all figured out. All right. Shortly. Yeah, save time for that. All right. And I will check those quizzes because time. All right. 8th grade. Not reviewed that yet. pull out a clean sheet of loose leaf. I want you to start by putting your name and date. And also write spelling test 1.
Does it have to be loosely?
Yeah, I want to hand it in loose leaf. So it can start out in a notebook, but it has to come to me in loose leaf. Make sure that you have these 3 items on it. Number 14, and then number it, 1 through 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, etc.
Does it have to be cursive?
Yes, actually, it does have to be cursive. All right. Number 1 and 2, Aborigine and versatile. The Aborigines were a very versatile group of people. Aborigine and versatile. Three and 4, phenomenon and enthusiastic. One phenomenon of the Aborigines was their enthusiastic music choices. Phenomenon and enthusiastic. Five and 6, fanatic and vestige. There was not one vestige of sanity left in the fanatic's choice of words. Fanatic and vestige. Fanatic and vestige. 7 and 8 are chaperone and coincide. The chaperone's music choices happily coincided with mine. Chaperone and coincide. Curiosity and grandeur are 10 and 11. 9 and 10, my bad. 9 and 10 are curiosity and grandeur. My curiosity led me to investigate the grandeur of the Alps.
Was 7 chaperone?
7 was chaperone. 11 and 12. Chagrin and tangible. Chagrin and tangible. The class's chagrin was tangible as they watched their butterfly collection burn. Chagrin and tangible. Not quite sure why it set on fire. I'm trying to think of a reason, but can't think of one. 13 and 14 are exquisite and parentheses. The girl designed some exquisite parentheses for her new font. Exquisite and parentheses. (15) and 16, impromptu and caricature. The artist drew an impromptu caricature of my entire class, leaving everyone in stitches. Impromptu and caricature. Dilapidated. 16, I'll read through them again at the end. 17 and 18 are dilapidated and persuade. It was hard to convince the man, to persuade the man to come out of his dilapidated trailer house, which was on fire. Dilapidated and persuade. 19 and 20 are lieutenant and cordial. The lieutenant gave me a cordial welcome just before he pushed the other man off the cliff. Lieutenant and cordial. All right, I will read through these one time. Try to check your spelling, look for any funny things that I could misinterpret, like an L for an E or something like that, or E for an L. Aborigine, versatile, phenomenon, enthusiastic, fanatic, vestige, chaperone, coincide, curiosity, grandeur, chagrin, tangible, exquisite, parentheses, impromptu, caricature, dilapidated, persuade, lieutenant, and cordial. Yes.
It says use as extra to use
What is strong versus strong?
one stroke. Upper
Okay, so what kind of words are those?
backward.
What question did I answer? Okay, so adjective answer. Which one, what kind, how many it is? And adverbs answer.
I just would have to read it.
Okay, that's right.
I just would do that.
So, I mean, whatever, I don't really think I can give you too much information.
But this is for uses in, right?
No,
Drake is over the order.
okay. What does strong modify?
So,
Double A. Need this for something like that. Maybe the first three for me, you can use a. Thank you.
says he was 1/3 English, 1/3 Dutch, and 1/3 German. Add that all together and it makes 100% American. And someone put a bracket around that sentence, and then put a question mark.
Well, I guess it's about true.